So the first question is just a sort of broad question. So people see adolescents and teenagers as rebellious. Do you agree or disagree with this? And do you have any thoughts about this? So do you think teenagers are inherently rebellious? You can start, Ben, but you don't have to raise your hand.
Yeah, I agree.
Why?
Because sometimes there's rules we don't really agree with, so then we kind of do stuff to break the rules on purpose, so they change them.
So do you have anyone else have thoughts?
You know what he said?
Yeah.
Deferring to Ben? Tom?
Nope.
You don't have any new thoughts? Do you agree with Ben? Disagree with
I
Ben?
agree with Ben.
Okay. So, so in this class, the class I'm taking, we've talked about adolescents as rebellious. Do you personally see yourselves as rebellious?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who's just say your name and if you're rebellious or not.
Ben Shepard.
And you are?
Rebellious.
Luke Schweitzer, rebellious.
Jake Van Norman. Rebellious.
Dr. Uzo. Not rebellious.
So,
That's a lie.
but for those of you who said you were rebellious, so like Ben, what about you makes you think of yourself as rebellious?
I break the rules.
Can you give me? Can you give me an example?
You're a pansy.
Ooh, I probably should.
Or like just tell me a story?
He doesn't break rules.
No, I didn't. I just break rules I shouldn't say.
Being late to class.
Yeah, that's rules. Never mind.
What about you?
I do everything.
So like what?
Well, what do you want me to say?
Illegal stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, so the question is like, I think one of the sort of sub questions. Leave Wally alone. Wally should be on my desk, or Miss Hyber's desk. But anyways, I think one of the questions is, do you see being rebellious as something you do, like is breaking rules?
It's natural.
I just don't care about anything.
So, so besides breaking rules, do you have other ways you rebel? Or do you have other ways you think your peers rebel?
Not really.
Fighting.
I don't do my work.
Fighting? You don't do your work? Why don't you do your work?
How the hell is that rebellion?
I don't want to.
Why don't you want to?
I don't know. I just don't feel like it.
I feel the same way every
Not
day.
when.
I'm busy.
I mean, I guess one of the questions is if you don't do your work, you know there are consequences, right?
Yeah.
Like
Like get zeros.
yeah, like
Unless
you
my
get
character's-
Not go to college.
Wait.
getting zeros, not going to college. You can get in trouble. Like there's the probation list.
You go to jail.
So I don't think you can go to jail. But what I'd be curious about then is so like the homework thing. So when you're doing something rebellious, so like Luke, when you're breaking all the rules, or like Ben, when you're usually pretty agreeable and friendly, but whenever but whenever you're doing something, whenever you're doing something rebellious, like not doing your homework, are you thinking about the consequences? Is one thing I'm curious about, like, or is it sort of like, are the consequences part of what makes it exciting, or?
I think it's different with everyone, though.
Yeah, like I think of the consequences, but then I just don't care.
What about you?
I try to be a good kitten.
But Jake, what about you? What, like when you don't, like, is it? How much do you think about consequences when you do?
I don't.
Luke?
I think about it, but I don't care.
Hey, me too.
Hmm.
Ben, you don't do anything.
So,
Sad.
but why do you guys think you rebel? So why do you think you or your peer group rebels?
It's
Or-
our mindset.
It's just part of being 14,
Pretty much,
15.
yeah.
15. It's like the Taylor Swift song. What about you? Do you have any reasons why you think adolescents rebel? Tom?
Breathe.
Well, it's because they usually don't get the way.
So,
I don't know, girls.
so
Princesses.
So do you guys see acting rebellious as being effective, though? Do you think it's sort of like...
Nope.
No, it just makes it worse.
Makes people mad. That's pretty much it.
So, I guess, sorry, this is sort of falling apart right now, but like, do you like? How do you feel? Like, how do you feel like personally about making someone mad? Like, if you do something to make someone like an adult you like angry, or like a teacher you like. So who's a teacher you like?
Miss Ivers.
Yeah, like Miss Ivers. If you do something to like
Why did?
or get Miss Ivers angry, that's rebellious. Like not doing. I'm sure she doesn't like the fact you don't do your homework.
She gets pissed.
Yeah, she gets really mad.
So, but how do you feel when that happens?
I pretty much just kind
I feel
Brushed off my
disappointed in
shoulder.
myself.
You don't.
I like Miss Ivers, so.
No. What about an adult you don't like? So.
Well, I don't
Wider.
like making her mad.
Miss Wider, we just do stuff on purpose.
Mr. Gage.
How do you feel? How do you feel when one of them are angry, or you do something to make one of them
Trying
angry?
to make me more angry.
Yeah, it actually makes me happy.
Because they try to make our life miserable.
Where do I fall on this spectrum? Just out of
You're awesome.
curiosity.
You're a 10 out of 10.
Look at Santa 100.
Can I get that on video again? Trying to think if I have it. So, I mean, I think like what my research is about is really just like this question. So like, you know, there's like this cultural image of youth as being rebellious. So like and like, but I mean, do you agree with it? So like, say like what the pictures you see, like images you see on TV, do you think those are sort of like accurate pictures of youth in rebellion?
No. Like in movies, they don't make high school out the way
Yeah.
it is.
But what about? So let's see what else I have. So do you think? Well, one of the reason people do things that are rebellious, or sort of traditionally, is they want to do something. They want to change something. So what do you think people in your age group are trying to change?
The rules.
Like the school rules?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Like
whole
short shorts.
short epidemic.
I love wearing
I
short
got
shorts.
ISS for wearing short shorts.
I got.
How
Because
short?
They say it's a
Detention.
distraction.
Like right here.
Yeah, I wore them to way you couldn't even see. I had 2 days of detention.
So
But it was for school project statistics to see if. Don't you be touching me?
We'll see if social groups get picked on more than other social groups.
like what social groups get
Like
picked on?
music
On
groups.
camera?
And
Yeah.
Like
Girls and
the
boys.
jocks
Okay.
and the nerds and
Wasn't
the
okay,
older
okay.
girls and the younger girls and all the guys, younger
Emotional
guys.
face.
Yeah.
So you think you rebelling can change that?
No need
For
for
the-
swearing.
No,
status
it was
quo?
just to see who like got in trouble.
Oh, when you were doing that. That was the statistics story. Because they
Yeah.
were talking. Some of the other teachers were talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of a cool project.
Yeah, but then we all got in trouble, and most of you boy didn't bother to take the blame. So
I didn't. They're scared of me.
But
They know they are.
that's really that's a fascinating
they are
project
scared
though.
of Luke.
I guess just since we're short on time, sometimes after acting
keep going.
rebellious, people have second thoughts. You ever done something you thought was rebellious and then sort of regretted it later, or felt really proud about it later?
I felt really proud about it many times.
Like what?
I regretted the short trip
Why?
because I got 2 days of detention.
Dude, I got freaking 2 days of ISS.
You got 1 day. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
mine.
You got
no,
one
no,
and a
no.
half.
4. Yeah, 1.5.
But so do you regret the act of rebellion? Or like
They looked awesome.
What?
the sort of the short thing. This is really fascinating. So do you regret it because A, it was wrong, or B, because there were consequences?
Both.
You think it was wrong to do that?
What was that wrong?
Wait, what? What was the question?
Well, I mean, so say I want to be rebellious, and so I do something like key Mr. Sylvester's car. I'd regret that later because maybe the consequences, but also it's wrong to destroy someone else's property.
Not if it's Sylvester.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like Mr. Sylvester,
No,
but
it's
for
less.
like the short thing, like there were consequences, but did you regret what you actually, like, were there not consequences and you had the choice to make it again, would you make the same choice?
No, I wouldn't, because there was a Daisy Duke Day coming up. I'm not doing it.
So Daisy Duke coming up. But what about you other boys? Like, do you get what I mean? Like, if you have regrets afterwards, is it the consequences, or is it like oh, that wasn't the right thing to do?
If there was consequences, it'd be the consequences. I mean, if I'm gonna
That
do
makes no
something,
sense.
yeah, it does actually. If I'm gonna do something, I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to.
What?
I think it's I don't know. It's an interesting topic, but. So what did you find with your guys? What did the statistics find about
We don't know.
No, check out.
what happened with it?
About everyone got in trouble. Everyone who tried it got in trouble.
Everybody who
I didn't
was
get in trouble.
the people who were in charge of like
Yeah, dude, you got
doing it, like putting it all together, got in trouble.
How big of trouble?
Well, I think they just got yelled at, really.
They were
Because-
scared of me. I wore the same shorts as Jake did, and he got ISS and I didn't.
Yeah, the administrative.
Where did you guys like? Where did you guys even find these short? Well, anyways,
I got them from